Welcome to the Cryptid Files. This broadcast has been reviewed and created by the United States Department of Education and the Department of Defense. The Eurasian African territory is the largest piece of landmass on Earth. It is no surprise it holds many of the world's cryptids. Some of them are more hostile or passive than others, but one in particular travels all three continents and has acted with mixed emotions. For the most part it has the intelligence of a wild animal, but has awareness of humanity and the resources it has. This specimen was first identified in 1867, one of the first ever documented to the public, and travels in areas away from people. The bloodworm is a roughly 50 feet long creature that resembles the description of the Mongolian deathworm. The bloodworm is red, with spiked armor across its body and multiple pincers around the mouth. These pincers act as mandibles that are used to cut through prey before consuming them. The most common form of prey for this animal has been determined to be birds, crustaceans, and African mammals. Carcasses of lions are commonly found along the northern parts of the continent, leaving behind only the broken skeletons. It is also believed that the worm has contributed to the endangerment of rhinos in the last few centuries. The worm itself can travel at around 100,124 miles per hour, making it difficult to study the creature for long periods of time. We are only fully aware of its basic eating and sleeping habits, with little information on how it lives. We know that it sleeps for at least 6 hours a day, and drinks only once a week. It is even theorized that it may eventually lay eggs, as it has been seen numerous times creating nests, but never fully completing them due to interruptions from animal or man. It is possible that once isolated for a prolonged period of time, it will begin the process. The bloodworm also digs into soft soil and creates tunnels, most of which are reused by the local wildlife. These tunnels typically span dozens of meters below the surface and are typically used to sleep or hibernate for long periods. The bloodworm will also store food in the main chamber, and pits of water will be dug for a supply. The worm can be underground for a period of up to 6 months, doing nothing but sleeping. During this time is when most of our physical and biological studies are done. The creature itself is cold-blooded, also breathing from slits under the spiked armor. All of its vital organs are located near its head, having all of its blood remain in a single place until digestion takes place. Now, the blood of this creature is exotic, hence the designation given. It can spew blood from its mouth, which acts as a corrosive substance that burns the flesh of those hit by it. If even a drop gets on your skin, immediately wash it off with water. If the blood is in contact for more than a few seconds, it will dig deep into your tissue. It is highly possible to survive this substance, as long as it is done rapidly. The blood can also be expelled from the spikes on its body, shot in a direction it chooses. This blood, if it does not hit a living target, will begin to act strangely. It will begin to slowly move around, until after a few minutes, it will form a worm-like creature. These are able to grow limbs and alter their physical appearance the more blood they absorb, but retain the same basic shape. These can be terminated by extreme temperatures and water. So be sure when encountering a bloodworm extension, to have the proper materials on hand. They range in size from a few inches to a few feet, but can be easily dealt with. If an encounter with bloodworm has occurred, have a getaway vehicle or hide. It will not follow you into towns or cities, and may not be able to locate you, if out of sight.